Hello and welcome. We're going to be talking about Summer Hockey League, specifically the Buffalo Bison. I'm going to start to make this video today. This is my second take of this. I'm getting there so you can see me. Alright, so I have my phone out here for my big notes. Yeah, so firstly, what I want to talk about is the schedule. It's going to be on screen here too. So firstly, Bison schedules. So it starts off with a 3-1 win. Again, 3-1 win over the Louisville Lions. And then they lose. They have two wins for their first two wins. The second one was against the Kitchener Kingsmen. I have it for you on screen. And then the losing began. First, they lost loss after loss. Back to back. First it was Louisville against Louisville, then against the Saginaw Silver Patriots. They lose both those 4-1 and 2-1 respectively. So now they're 2-2. And then they get swept in a 3-game series against the Wichita Wild. Getting shut out in the first game of that, by the way, 3-0. And then get a 5-day break, and then another back-to-back. Kitchener, Kingsmen again, and Louisville Lions. 4-3 loss to Kitchener, so at least they came close, and then they take a beating 6-1 to Louisville. And then this week they had a 4-day break, and then a few days ago they played a game against Wichita once again, and they came close, but they lost 3-2. And a couple days ago they played against the Kitchener Kingsmen. I was featured on the channel, and 3-2 loss to the Kingsmen. They were close. They got really close. They just couldn't tie the game. They ran out of time. The problem is they can't score. That's the problem. Their defense, it's okay. They have a good core. They need to put it to use more. And also, they cannot score, and they gotta find a way to fix it. Now taking a look at the roster, that top line, as well as on the second line you have Charlie Carl, Andre Plot. Those 5 guys, those are really solid. I guess you could throw Anders Lee in there. Those top 6, they're really they're solid, but they're more like a third line. They don't have a great forward group, but here's your advantage. McTavish, he's at that top center. He's young. He's 20, and you can use these much older guys. You can take what you got, these more experienced guys, teach McTavish to excel at his game in the SIHL. He's also kind of being the same thing they're doing in Anaheim in the real National Hockey League with him. Going to the same thing. He's being taught by people while he's gone now, but Adam Henrique, a bunch of people. It's hard to really think of any veterans off the top of that league. I don't think he spent any time with Ryan Getzlav, but I don't know for sure. But moving on from that, there's Phil Kessel. He's on the team. He's on the third line for the Buffalo Bison. He's a veteran. There's so many, yeah. And Ryan Hartman's quite old. And there's Evgeny Kuznetsov. There is Kuznetsov. We'll get to him. And then we move to the defense. So for the defense, we have we're on the camera. We have Roman Josi and Cole Parayko as your top pairing. That's a great pairing. Their defense is really good, top to bottom. It's just solid. Josi's your top guy. He's your leader. He's probably the most fit to lead this team. And he can probably score occasionally, get 70, 80 points a season, maybe higher. And he can also he's going to have a lot of time. 25, 30 minutes a game. You use that ice time, and he's going to be out there. You have to not let them score a lot. Then you don't have to worry about coming back in the first place. Then also, on the second pairing, you have Torrey Krug, John Klingberg. Another really solid pairing. Torrey Krug spent some time with Boston and St. Louis in the National Hockey League. In the Summer Ice Hockey League, He plays for the Buffalo Bison. He's on the second pairing with John Klingberg. For a second pairing, that's really good. That's really good. And then the third one is on your bottom six pairing. Usually these guys in NHL 24 they'd be 80 or under, as in overall ratings. McCabe and Ian Cole. Again, it's on screen right now. You're seeing it. Jay McCabe, 83. Ian Cole is 82 overall. It's really good defensive pair. It's one of the good things about him. Now the goaltending, which they're not using Joonas Korpisalo enough. There's your problem right there. He needs to play more games. And then we move to Nicholas Backstrom. So Backstrom, he is part of that forward group. Right now he's out with an injury, so that might be part of the problem right there. But they've got to find a way around it, and when he gets back, they can use him despite his ripe old age of 36. They're going to use him to their advantage. Get as many points with him as possible. Then their opponent that they're playing today, just maybe this is a chance to turn around, because today they have a game against the Columbus SIHL. So for the Columbus SIHL, they're coming off back-to-back wins first. They won the second game of it back-to-back against the Toronto Titans. It was 2 games in a row against the same team. First they lost 4-2, and then they won 4-2. And then they got a big break, and then they won a few days ago against Louisville, a 3-0 shutout win over them. And yesterday they played I didn't sim it yet, but would have been yesterday that played the Quebec City Royals. The result's not there yet. Today they're going to be playing, because when I sim, it will sim right through it. It will sim. So the Royals, they're going to play the Royals today, and then right after, they're facing the SIHL. The Columbus SIHL game will also be simmed today. So that is the Buffalo Bison. That's their next opponent. Columbus SIHL. It's going to be a tough one because they're 7-5 right now. They're not looking fantastic by any means, but they're looking pretty good, especially compared to Buffalo. And the craziest thing is, there's another team that's even worse. That's the Montana Magic. I'll make a video about them in a couple days. And I think that's it for this. Goodbye.